It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A 12-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
34-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open left side, it's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Garoppolo. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. to the ground with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd and 3.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them. Show respect to it. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
15-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. There's Garoppolo to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
To number 20.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Cameron Jordan made the tackle.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 7, Panthers nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead. How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not much there, only a yard. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. from midfield. Here's Garoppolo. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. They'll run on first down. Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Again, the ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the Saints' 6-yard line.
Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And they're open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nearly picked. They may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to look deep for more. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're doing.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Out of the gun now on third down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Caught left side, Williams. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
On the carry.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 9.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the ground, this is Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they'll get him down down as he's inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
At the 40-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going deep here for one. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running with Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run with Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big run that time by Murray. 61 yards that time on the ground.
And 10 yards to go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, this is Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. The play fake. He'll look to throw. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. Garoppolo lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one. into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He may try to run for this. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.